Thank you very much, and thanks for the privilege of coming to speak at the event today. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the World Congress, planned to be in Birmingham in 2027. Hands up first, who's been to a World or a European Congress? That's more than I expected. That's quite good. So look around and ask them the hard questions in case I don't have the answers. But thinking about this, these numbers are based on Dubai, which you heard about from Urtico a little bit earlier. It's a big conference. This is great, but it's a little bit bigger than that. So it's up to 20,000 potential visitors. There's loads of exhibitors, there's sponsors, technical demonstrations, huge exhibition space, a huge technical program. So if you found today interesting, you'll definitely find this interesting. There's something for you there. And it has a really big pull from all across the world. So here are some of the percentages. You can see the various locations of the Congress over the years. The last European one was down there in Hamburg. That was just post-COVID. So we're really looking forward to this coming to the West Midlands. All types of people attend the World Conference, from managers to directors to professionals to engineers to consultants. You name it, they will be at the World Congress. So again, whatever role that you have, whatever you're interested in, it really is a great event to be part of and to be involved in. And delegates are interested in a whole host of different things. And you can see some of the topics here. We've spoken about lots of this stuff today at this Congress, at this meeting, at the TTF. And the World Congress has a real opportunity to talk about these sorts of events, the latest that you're going to see in intelligent transport systems, what's happening in AI, what's happening in telecoms, what's happening in regulation, really starting to get into those in some real detail. So where is Birmingham? It's a hard one to do this, but it's just down the road. So the good news is if you made it here, you could make it to Birmingham in 2027. The other claim to fame of Birmingham, again, we've got a football team in the top four, and we're hoping by 2027 we could even win the Premiership. But let's see where we get to then. Those that follow football will know which team that is. But again, there's a lot going for Birmingham, but you know where it is. And actually, some people around the world probably don't know where it is. So the really important thing to say about the Congress is it's not a Birmingham Congress. It's not a West Midlands Congress. We want to showcase the UK. The UK is really, really important. We're doing some absolutely brilliant things, and we want people to think, I'm coming to the UK to see what the UK is doing. It just happens to be in Birmingham. We've got some really great support for the Congress itself. You have to have all the government support, don't you? Your local government, we've got regional government, we've got national government. But again, the good news is everybody said, yes, we support this coming to the UK, coming to Birmingham. We've got good local and international industry support. We've got our ITS communities. Max is here somewhere from ITS UK. But again, the really big, really important that we've got that, and we've got that support from industry, from academia as well, from universities, not just West Midlands universities, but other universities. And when we put in the bid, we had over 50 letters of support saying that we would like this to come here from a whole mix of organisations, and over £500,000, £500,000 pledged in sponsorship funding to put towards the Congress. So even at the bid stage, there was huge industry interest in this coming to the UK and showcasing what we've got. We're not doing it on our own. I couldn't do it on my own. So a really big thank to the Department for Transport. So Darren's my co-partner working on this at the moment. I think we're going to get all the headaches. Department for Business and Trade, and particularly CCAV, through the Department of Business and Trade, will be supporting us, and Visit Britain will be helping us financially as we lead up to the delivery of the World Congress. Really big thanks as well to ITS UK, who are trying to help us mobilise the industry, the ITS industry. But in the middle, really important, we need your help, and I'll explain in a moment where we need that. So wherever you are, whatever you do, we definitely need your help, your input and your ideas. We're going to the NEC. Hands up who knows the NEC. I'm pleased about that. So that's very, very, very good. It's a great location for an event like this. So the good news for us is that we're in the first two halls. If you know the halls very well, if you come by train, come down the escalators, immediate left, that's going to be where the Congress is. So it's not hard to find. It's really easy to get there. The other great thing that we've got to offer at the NEC is we can do demonstrations indoors. If anyone's been to other events where you've had to walk to the side of a car park, or you've got to go to a different location to see the bit of a tech demonstrated, you don't need to do that with the NEC. They've got a hall big enough to drive cars and have races. There's a famous clip from Top Gear, as was, that was filmed inside the NEC doing some really clever stunts with cars. So it's a really good opportunity to demonstrate things in real life, indoors, right next to where the talk's going on, where the exhibition's being held, and just down the road from where the hotels are. Really important, we want this to be a genuinely diverse Congress. So we want to make sure equality, diversity, inclusion are included in all of this. It's easy to write a statement like this. It's very, very much harder to do that and make that happen. So again, we'll be looking to you to help challenge us to make sure that we have diverse groups. Looking around this room, we're probably not as diverse as we could be in the whole industry. So making this happen for the Congress will be hard, but we'll be making sure that we can do that. Where are we now? Really important to say, we know all about Urtico. Thank you for the presentation earlier. But Urtico are the lead partner for this. So they do all the hard work. They have to set up the exhibition area. And I think Elcrig have done that today and done a fantastic job here. But it's not easy. Where we are at the moment is Urtico we're leading that. We're the preferred host. There's some paperwork to complete that I'm working through with Urtico at the moment, but there's no showstoppers. It's just a case of getting through that. So we really are at a stage where we want to mobilise this project, and we want to really engage with you and with the UK industry. And so how are we going to do that? We've got a number of groups that we'd like to set up over the next few months. There's a host organising committee, which is Darren and myself and some of the other key partners that are putting funding in. And we'll work directly with Urtico to make sure that the Congress, if you like, contractually is doing what it needs to do. Underneath that, we've got three groups that we'd like involvement with. We'll have a national advisory group who can tell us, are we doing the right things for the UK? Are we promoting the things the UK wants to promote? We're going to have a technical and demos advisory group. So what are those technical demonstrations? What are those things that the UK wants to show? What technology do we want to show? What do we want to take people to see? But we need your expertise for that. We know some of the things, but I've learned things today that I didn't know. So there's going to be much more out there that we want to engage with. But there's two sides to a conference. There's not just the technical stuff. There's the promotion and the experience of the event itself. I did hear at the beginning that actually the networking yesterday over the meal was really important. And there's some really good discussions, some really good opportunities. So actually the whole social experience of the event, the visitors' experience, when they leave the UK, what do they think of it? Do they think, I'm going to come back, I'm going to see other parts of the UK? Or do they think, I'm glad I've gone? I'm hoping they say, I want to come back and I want to see more. So again, we're going to set up groups to think about the technical side and also the sponsorship, the promotion and the delegate experience. My team will support all the delivery. So we've got a team, we've got a project manager in place, we've got a team working on this on a regular basis. So again, what we'd like to ask you is please let me know if you'd like to be involved. We would love you to be involved. If you feel you've got a technical dimension to the work that you do, love to speak to you there. If you think you know what delegates want and you're really hot on visitor experience and promotion, would love to hear from you. So over the next month or so, I'll be setting out how those groups are going to meet, but we definitely want to engage with you to get you on those groups. When we think about organising our thoughts, this was actually on Urtico's slide earlier, but we can think in terms of themes. So the sorts of themes that you'll see at a Congress would be, connected, cooperative and automated mobility, clean and eco-mobility, so reducing the environmental impact, urban mobility, transport and logistics, all the sorts of things that we've been talking about today, all sorts of things that you're particularly interested in. So I've got some questions for you to start thinking about. You don't need to answer them now. We won't send the microphone round. But what is unique about the UK? When all these people come from around the world to the NEC, what is it that you want to tell them that's special about the UK? We've heard some things today. If you're a supplier, what do you want to export to the rest of the world? So what's your product, what's your service, what's your know-how and your specialism that you want to export to the rest of the world? And what will it be in 2027? So actually we know that pace is moving on really quick. What will it be? Who are our strong ITS companies and companies involved in ITS? We're also particularly interested in those that are only just becoming involved in transport. Maybe they're from other industries, maybe from energy, maybe from telecoms, but they're starting to see what their role is within transport. How do we get those companies involved? And really, most importantly, what have we got to show off by 2027? I know Richard's over there from Innovate, and we've had some good chats about some of the things we could show off. We are doing some really, really brilliant stuff here in the UK. What is it we've got to show off, and what will be ready in 2027? What will be delivered, and what will be new, and what's innovative from what we're doing. So I just want to thank you for the time and the opportunity to speak to you. I'm about this evening if you want to talk in more detail, but please, when you see things come out, when we ask you, we'd love you to be involved in helping us shape and deliver a really excellent Congress in 2027 in Birmingham. Thank you.